Greetings. Let me get this straight. Now, she started off my morning with, they threw away the key. It's like throwing a coin in the ocean. That shit's gone. And I thought, and then said, that's, when all of the unaliving starts, they tried to throw the sun in the ocean. She said, that's when all the, sacrifice and, oh, well, maybe if we get rid of the divine, then we'll get our divine blessings, because this is what they're trying to put out, the divine light. So if they're trying to put out the divine light to get their divine blessings, how are they going to get divine blessings if they put out the divine light? Their thinking is broken. Their thinking is broken. Sounds like a bunch of religious nuts wanting someone to die for their sins, doesn't it? It's just what it is. Can't do anything about that. Some people never learn. They just never learn. They never change. They never change. And why am I getting karma? Well, why are you part of a group that's trying to sacrifice humans? Haven't you fucking learned that, you don't, we're not living in the old days anymore where that shit's acceptable because you're speaking your truth. Ask Charlie Kirk. We all see what happened to him. Simple enough. Simple enough. Anyway, let's do an energy read, shall we? Beautiful abilities you guys have. That's what it is. Certainly what it is. And who thought that they were going to get rich and famous by sacrificing the light of the divine? That doesn't make any sense. How do you get rich and famous doing that? And where are they? I mean, where's the divine light? I can blow out, or didn't they want to blow the earth angel or something weird like that? That's what I can't do. I don't know what kind of healing is involved in that. But yeah, I mean, once you cut them off from your energy and call it back, I'm sure it does create quite a stir. But she was absolutely right. Once you see evil and its ways, you can't unsee that. You can't. It's just like a hate train wreck. I mean, once it crashes, you don't want to look, but you just got to witness their karma. Simple enough. Simple enough. Anyway, let's do an energy read, shall we? God is all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time, for myself as well as those I do readings for. Simple enough. I mean, that's the whole point of opening the door, getting your energy flowing. You want to keep the energy moving. You don't want to get stagnant sitting in one place, because people's love, people's light, people's health, people's wealth, people's abundance just kind of scattered about. And they're consistently wanting to siphon off of the divine. Isn't that like energy vampires? Isn't that like people? Isn't that like people who don't care about life? Just kind of sucking off the light. It's just what it is. I mean, Pisces has had enough. We've had enough of this. It's just what it is. I can't. And I mean, I'm all for sharing healing and time and knowledge and da. But once sacrifice the earth angel energy is in the cards, pretty much it's group karma at that point. So, and she just said it. They want you to martyr yourself because they're evil. And I thought, that's wanting a mystic healer with a crown activation to die for their sins. What kind of scam are they running? What kind of murderous plot are these individuals running? Do they get Hollywood credits for that? I mean, do they get store credits? Do they get to go to, she said, the razzle dazzle. That's what it is. Absolutely Roman bread and circus. Keep them busy so they don't see what's truly going on. And she said, and you're absolutely right. You're talking about people that don't understand that the earth is abundance. They don't want to share what they have because they don't think they ever have enough. They've got something evil, very evil inside of them, and a seer of souls that sees that. What's the problem? You listen to them. You let them control you. They're getting karma for trying to unalive a prophet for profit. And you're under them. So I mean, that like a shit rolls downhill at that point, doesn't it? I would think. I mean, what it is. I mean, when I hear a reader say, time is up for these people, well, the first thing I think is, what does these and people mean? What the fuck does that mean? These? How many are those? Anyway, people's love, people's light, people's health, people's wealth, people's abundance is just scattered about a little bit of everywhere. Nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. There is no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is a co-created experience with the divine. Right? And I mean, you got to think what's going to end up happening is now these people are going to start looking up. Who got me into this situation with the divine? And then they're going to go that direction. They're going to go to the head of the snake. That's what it is, because I'm rising above. There's a bunch of snake tails around me, and I'm just going to rise up above that. So whoever's at the ass end of that snake, work your way to the head of that shit and take care of your own problems. Simple enough. We all have our own problems. Nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is a co-created experience with the divine. Simple enough. I mean, that's the energy that I heard. First thing I woke up this morning is they want an individual to martyr themselves. I thought, what? Die for their sins? That doesn't make any sense. Why should someone else have to take the karma for their folly? No. They didn't learn. If they haven't learned in 2,000 years, they're just not going to learn again. That's what it is. You can't teach old demons new tricks. You just can't. Simple enough. If our light irritates their demons, great. If someone is irritated, then my light irritates their demons. Simple enough. Left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. That's what it is. Now you got to think that was the whole key to the divine test of souls. Who gives to the divine instead of fucking takes from it? Simple enough. It doesn't have anything to do with that time, effort, energy. No. Everybody is in want and in need, because that is where the head of that snake has put everyone. Cool. So start at the tip. Thank you for finding the snake in your laundromat. I've thought about that a little bit. I found one in my yard. And at the same time, there was a reader talking about we have to get the snakes out of our yard. Well, the easiest way to do that is to get the tail to eat the fucking head. The human caterpillar is what it is. They're running a hate train on the divine. Their biggest flex in life will be running a Kundalini hate train, trying to siphon Kundalini sexual creative energy off of a divine being. That's their hate train. That's the cover up. That's what all this is about. If I hear a reader say that they're harvesting your creative energy, okay, cool. That is Kundalini creative sexual energy. So that's not only spirit, that's not only like a 3D drive, it's like a spiritual sex drive. Oh my God. What? Here are cards of the uprights. That'll be their biggest flex in life, is being perverts to the divine. Simple enough. Yeah, there's no way out of that karma. They lost health and resource, I guess, whatever that says. Simple enough. I can't do anything about that. Simple enough. Are people losing health and resources? Are they getting karma? Simple enough. You're leaving them to pursue. That's what it is. I don't care what people pursue. If you're not living your dreams, I can't supervise them. I just want to look around. I just want to say, yep. Dreams are being lived here. Dreams are being lived here. Yeah, use what you know to protect. So see, now we have to protect ourselves. Let's see, it was mental patients last night, wasn't it? Mental patients driving around the house. It's just what it is. I don't know anything about that. I mean, there was like a weird car in an empty parking lot with the lights on facing my house for quite some time. So I didn't think anything of it, but it was kind of funny to hear that in the cards. Anyway, to wake up this morning and hear that, because they threw away the key, and I'm assuming it's the low key to universal life force energy. And it was the sun energy. So it's like, she's like throwing the sun in the ocean. She said coin, but it's nobody's business. That's nobody's business. Throwing a key. You throw a key in the ocean, chances are you're not going to get in that door. You're just not going to get in that door. Simple enough. When you're bait, when God used the earth angel as bait, okay, cool. Bait for what? And what? Whose bait did they take? Did they take the devil's bait instead of the divine's? Simple enough. In the 5D, top row is 5D, moving down through time and space into the 3D. Manifestations from the past were an absolute flop. Simple enough. Simple enough. Love is all there is, and we will continue moving forward with people all in their feelers and their emotions. That's what it is. They're getting karma. I can't do anything about that. And groups, gaggles, hives, and herds, right? Not wanting to take accountability and wanting someone else to die for their sins. That's the energy that was in the cards that I wake up to this morning. I haven't even had my coffee yet. Simple enough. Yeah, absolute failure these people are facing. And that's fine. That's why they're called these people. Show some gratitude. Simple enough. She said it. You touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. Okay, great. So now what are they all wanting to do? They're all wanting to touch the prophet, cross the boundaries, and do harm. They're wanting to touch the anointed and do the prophet harm. Okay, cool. That's not what God said. Simple enough. Yeah, energy is upside down. Their broken thinking and all that shit is upside down and backwards. And now that you have them in the whole state of, oh God, I have nothing else to lose. What have I done? We really want to hang him. Oh, get him up there. Hey, get the hammers and the nails. Get the hammers and the nails. Simple enough. That's the energy that's in the cards this morning. Is once these people realized that they had failed the spiritual test, then the unaliving attempts, the sacrifice energy, the groups, the recruiting haters, the doing everything to take out the divine. It's the dumbest shit I have ever heard in my. Everybody talks about their connection to source and connection to the higher self. And then when you have someone who actually does it, channels it before your eyes, shining their light, they receive divine judgment instead of the blessing. They get the lesson instead of the blessing. Because you've been listening to people who have fucking lied to you. Simply in groups, gaggles, hives, and herds. And she just said it. She said now they're doing everything they can to get that person out of the way so they can still try to be that person. Simple enough. That's a bunch of Xerox copies with streaks and shit all over them, wanting to be the original. Simple enough. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. I don't care to. Simple enough. Yeah, if I can just be compassionate. That's what it is. Keep moving forward. These people got their own problems, and they're wanting people to die for their sins. What the fuck is wrong with them? Fucking broken ass thinking, and won't change their mind now that everything's flipped upside down. Their world is upside down. They still don't want to change their mind. They still want to take someone else out instead of accountability for their own actions. Simple enough. Love is all there is. Oh, these women are upside down about that shit, huh? Can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. Isn't that a group of disgruntled individuals? That's what it is. And I'm telling you, when the celebrity involvement comes into this, is because on my last channel I made the statement about them using entities in divorce cases. The energy was in the cards and I was fucking seeing it in the 3D. How can you have the energy in the same way all this other shit that I have called out? That's what it is, that they're trying to cover up and do this, and this. Oh God, we got to get together in a group. We got to cover this up. We got to cover this up. We got to cover this. Oh, we got to cover that up. Oh, conspiracy. Cover that shit up. Oh, we got to cover this up. Yeah, it all started with them using fucking entities in divorce cases. Simple enough. I called one of your influencers out for it. They go onto a live, and that's when all this shit started. And then it was one bad decision after one. Got to cover this up. Got to cover this up. Got to cover this up. We have to puppet that person. Cover this up. Cover this up. Cover this up. Oh, we got to get more people involved. We can't let that truth come out. We can't let that truth come out. Simple enough. It can prove me wrong. Simple enough. Harmony and balance. She just said it. You can't unsee what you saw. You can prove me the fuck wrong, but no one's done that yet. So if you don't prove me wrong, and I'm not trying to take the fucking, how Anakin Skywalker, if you're not for me, then you're against me. No, shut the fuck up. If you can't prove me wrong, then I'm right. Simple enough. Right is right, wrong is wrong. They wouldn't be trying to cover shit up if I hadn't have exposed it. It comes with the fucking territory. What is the problem? Exposing that shit exposes everything. Intuition. That's what it is. I'm not second guessing. Second guessing my intuition gets me in trouble. Cool, their turn. Simple. We've all been through it. It's okay. I wouldn't ask anyone to do something they wouldn't fucking want for me. That's what it is. Simple enough. But to have that energy, and they'll do it themselves. I mean, let's face it. I can't do anything about people running around, hectic, turning on each other, and there's too many of us now that are spotting those entities. Period. Right? My astral sight sees them, so you can't fucking argue with me. Simple enough. I did the work, so you can't fucking argue with that. You can argue with me after 6 months of doing the work and having results of your own. You can absolutely do that. Show some gratitude to the situation. That's what it is. Yeah. We don't even have to remove that negative energy. The trash is taking itself out. It looks like the energy exchange is upside down. Yeah. They don't meditate. And then are hating on someone who does. We have come into union with the divine light. We have activated the crown. Well, okay, great. Where are the others? You got too many readers who are picking up that energy. The master has ascended into divine white light union. Okay, great. That's fucking this picture right here. That's what this person is. That person that they're talking about looks just like that. Okay, great. Where are these people? Where are these weirdos sitting under a tree? Simple enough. Where are these weirdos sitting under a tree? What is the key? When they get up from the tree, they need to have a business because they were trying to sacrifice you for your business. When they get up from the tree and call me, they would need to know who are these individuals in groups, gaggles, hives, and herds that are wanting you to sacrifice yourself connected to the divine under a tree. The fuck is wrong with these? They want you hanging in the tree, not fucking sitting under it in meditation. Fucking rednecks. Yeah, a bunch of liars. Simple enough. Be compassionate. That's what it is. They have got to the point that they can't get out of it. Okay, great. I can't do anything about that. Simple enough. While they're trying to get out of shit, I'm trying to find more shit to get into. Simple enough. They can't get out of what they got into, and I'm just looking for something else to get into. Simple enough. Yeah, health is being affected. He was absolutely right. Simple enough. Their manifestations are upside down. They won't change their consciousness, and now their health is being affected because what they wanted for another is what they wanted for themselves. If they wanted someone else to martyr themselves, they martyred their own selves in groups. That's what it is. What comes around goes around. If the mystic healer died for your sins, shouldn't it be your fucking turn? Simple enough. Why has it always got to be the prophet? Why has it always got to be the messenger? Why has it always got to be the cat? Because when the cat's away, the mice will play. Fucking thinking is broken. Simple enough. No lack of faith in any of this shit. This is what it is. Frenemies. Nothing more than frenemies. Total fucking failure in the 5D over top of our intuition masters in the upright. Simple enough. Where are those ascended masters y'all are talking about? They can't be that hard to find, right? And when individuals are pissed off because what we're talking about, what they have done, you got these girls talking about they've targeted the sun since birth. Okay, cool. I can tell you weird shit's went on my whole life, and everybody that's got a problem with me, oh, he's crazy. He's been crazy his whole life. Right? And then I ascended into the light, and you got left the fuck behind. What does that tell you about truth? Love, light, truth, and the way? So are you in the fucking dark? Do you hate everything around you? Look what way you went. Fucking narcissist. Simple enough. Confirmation. Right? You've got a band of narcissists that are cashing in on the spiritual community. Cool. The minute that I invested in some of these people, then their masks slipped. Now they're mad. I can't do anything about that. Start at the tail of the snake and work your way to the head. Quit fucking worrying about the divine and find the divine somewhere in that snake's body that's being controlled by the head. And thank you, Robin, for finding the snake in the laundry room. I appreciate that. I found one in the grass. They've been saying we got to get the snakes out of our grass. That's what it is. They have started spiritual hate trains. Okay, great. This is the year of the snake. Cool. How do we take out a spiritual hate train like a snake? Well, you start at the fucking caboose and work your way to the engine. Disable the engine. The train doesn't fucking go down the wrong track anymore. Use the snake's head. Use yours and go for the head of that snake. That's what it is. And no, you're talking about narcissists. They have money and power over their minions. Cool. Those minions are the vertebrae to the fucking head of the snake. Here's my card. That's what it is. And I know that. I know that this tradition is based on some Mr. Miyagi Danielson shit. Okay, cool. What happens? Every time Mr. Miyagi gets a Danielson, someone from the fucking snake's body wants to come and pull him into the fucking hate train. Okay, great. It's a divine test of souls for a reason. They failed. Simple enough. I'm not gonna fucking chase a snake. The fuck? If a snake bites you and you're chasing it to get bit again, who's the fucking dumbass? Ooh, they're fighting now, aren't they? They're fighting for their health. They're fighting because they wouldn't change their minds about trying to impede on divine blessings. And she just said it. They're summoning entities. They're summoning demons. Oh, okay. What? Like the demon conjuration class that's on fucking YouTube? Is that where they're learning that shit? Is that where they're exploring it at? So they don't like my Reiki school, which is humanity's birthright, but everybody flocks right to fucking demon manifesting money. Fucking losing their power, giving their power away to an entity. Imagine that. Simple enough. This is what it is. Oh, this sounds great at the time, and then the fucking karma and the repercussions start happening. Oh, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Simple enough. Yeah, I learned that with my sobriety. Fucking, I'm not going to learn that fucking lesson with metaphysical obsessions. Jesus Christ, that's what they're addicted to. And addiction is addiction is addiction is addiction is addiction. Right? I hold on to a couple vices that are absolutely legal, and oh, they hate that. Think about that. Think how broken that thinking is. Right? Fucking nobody wants to be around me because I'm sober. Think about that. And that's fine. And fucking, I don't want to be around them because I think watching people sitting around getting high is the most boring fucking job. I've did it my whole life. If I wanted to hang out, I had to sit there and be bored. It didn't make no fucking sense. Once you break out of that shit, you can never unsee it. Simple enough. Their black magic is backfiring on a grand level. You got to think that is the energy that is in the cards. Not only is it people playing with baneful magic and witchcraft and voodoo and shit, they're doing it on drugs. Those people that were playing with voodoo and black magic and summoning, conjuration and shit that has destroyed your life over the past year, real fucking high on drugs. Fuck yeah, and they're worried. Look at that. People are worried. The 3D is worried underneath the master and the upright, using their intuition, supporting fucking absolute 5D failure over them getting karma. Simple enough. Hell yeah, I support their failure. That's how we learn. Did they know it was going to lead to fucking lifetimes of karma? No, and they can't get out of that. Haven't they fucking learned already? They gave you a belief system that fucking gave you hope, false hopes, and empty promises. Simple enough. Fucking masculine's upside down. We had to find a way out of it. We can't have the sheep mad at us. We got to put the blame on someone else. Put the blame on someone else. Anyway, you can't nurture that shit. The dark hearts are being exposed. Be compassionate as they continue to lie over top of higher consciousness. Here's my card. You either have it or you don't. Simple enough. They're either going to fucking lie on the truth. Once the lies don't work, and they're however they fucking say it. Right? You're talking about people that are running on pure envy, jealousy, hate, and greed, and now regret because they have stepped into a door that they don't have the fucking key to get out of and want someone else to blame because you did the inner work and came into union with the light. No. We got to hang you up on the cross. That exposes our secrets. Oh, fuck that. We got to get rid of that. We got to get rid of the fucking lie detector machine instead of the fucking liars. What kind of society do you live in? So what it is, over money. Look at that. Greed has clouded their judgments. Be compassionate. They know not what they do. Our initiations or attunements are in the upright. That picture right there is fucking Mr. Miyagi and Daniel-san. One-on-one interaction. Healing in its myriad of forms. Not sucking in a bunch of fucking followers to end up in a hate train under judgment. That's how entire cities fall to the divine. Ask Burning Man. Lies are coming out. Prayers have been answered due to it. Higher consciousness, you have it or you don't, and it's tearing families apart. Okay, I can't do anything about that. How many families are responsible for trying to unalive the truth speaker? How many are responsible for trying to cause harm to the Charlie Kirk for having an opinion? How many wealthy families celebrated early this confirmation, the sacrifice of an earth angel, only to fail miserably and still want that individual to martyr themselves? It's the energy in the cards this morning. Yeah, women who can't teach you anything. Simple enough. I hear they have some demon attachments. Is that like a Jay-Z night situation? That's what it is. I don't even know why I'm worried about that shit, but it's what it is. They're in my energy, so I know who they are. But then when I talk to people that know me, they don't have a fucking clue who these people are that want stardom. They want to be big names and da-da-da-da-da. Right? And then every fucking place I go, I try to talk about, they don't even know who the fuck these people are. Well, when you run into them, keep in mind, any Bob that has a Susie coming out of their mouth, last time I checked, that was Wild Bill from Silence of the Lambs. Capable of fucking, it puts the lotion on its skin or else it sacrifices the dog again. Holy shit. Simple enough. Anyway. Right. I've already heard multiple energy readers have said one of two things. These people don't know how they're going to get out of this. And then I've heard other readers say, there is no way for these people to get out of this. Okay, great. So then I go back to Dolores Cannon. What is her teachings on karma? You don't get out of karma. You can't skip a grade, but you can certainly repeat one when it comes to reincarnation. Simple enough. Simple enough. Don't you think you guys have been trying to learn those lessons? Karmics never learn. They never learn their karmic lessons. They don't believe in that shit. They believe in something else that someone else told them with a bunch of false hopes, empty promises, and I'm right. No. Okay, let's talk about it, Christian nuts. 316 comes into Christ-like union, Christ consciousness, the magnum opus. You've been waiting for the return. What? You're opening your Christ heart consciousness chakra? You do that through Reiki, the healing ability that Jesus possessed. What is the problem with teaching people that think that way, Reiki? If you use your abilities for negative purposes, you lose them. The church attracts sinners. How the fuck are you going to teach a sinner to do anything positive or healing for themselves and others? They'll sin with their fucking human birthright. Namaste.